Welcome to Landfill Computers, where we explore crappy computers from yesterday and make them work again. There's a lot of issues with these older computers, let me tell you. Sometimes they're a little frustrating to get going right. But once we get them going, they work real hard. And they put out a lot of heat. And they use a lot of electricity. But for the startup cost, it's not terrible. Our Apple Mac Pro 3,1 is a dual Xeon quad-core processor. It has 32 gigs of RAM. Ask for 32 gigs of RAM in your new Apple. It's going to cost you $1,000. The RAM in this is 40 bucks for 16 gigs all day. No problem. This right here is the Rio card. It's very cheap. It's one of the cheaper ones on Amazon. It is a single slot NVMe card. So this is my garage, and I'm starting this YouTube channel, and I have this Mac Pro. It's a 3,1. It's working pretty good. And so what we got here is a Apple Mac Pro 3,1 or 2008. It was the only year that they made this particular version. Lots of them were sold, and they're mostly upgradable. I've actually done a lot to this computer already. The main upgrade is the NVMe SSD, and I bought a generic adapter. This is a Rio NVMe adapter. It's pretty generic. It's pretty cheap. I'll probably put a link in the description. The problem with that is it doesn't work right out of the box for booting. So I have it printed off here. There's an article. It's the upgrade that Apple didn't do. Pretty much you go step by step. You download these few links to programs. You go step by step, and you upgrade your BIOS. It injects a ROM that can use bootable SSDs. Alright, so here we have our disk speed test. We'll go ahead and start that real quick. So this is one 500 gig SSD, and it's got 692 write and 440 read. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show is, because this is a 3,1, we have to use a patch updater, and it comes installed with the DOS Dude 1 Mojave unsupported system installer. Oh yeah, I also installed USB 3.0 on this. Okay. Let's do a CPU run. Alright, so a normal CPU score looks like 8 core 8 count is 678. Let's do a run. Not touching the mouse. All 8 cores are pretty steady. The temperature is hitting 55, 56. So my rebuild of this, I took out the coolers and redid the CPU gel. I'm not going to touch it until it's done. I know I back up and stuff. As you can hear, it's definitely spinning up a little bit. Sitting 57C, and it's pretty steady. Alright, there we go. We have 671. I don't know. Okay, crystal benchmark. Here we go. 690-ish. 690-ish. 440. In this series, I'm going to explore some of these older workstation computers and how good they actually are, even compared to the newer things. I want to show people that they can get a really good deal on a used older workstation, especially these older Xeons. And the older Xeon processors, they really don't have anything different in them other than they can have two processors together on one board. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I wish to get better. I know that my video isn't particularly great, but these are my first steps.